Hey, what's up, everybody? Shinwar here with GEEK-N-OUT, bringing you the latest and greatest in comics, games, toys, and tech. And I am joined by Nupe1949 of Thumb Thrashing Gaming and Alexlexus of New Gaming Order. What's up, guys? How you doing?
No, you're not. I don't know Alexlexus. What's going on?
Shut up. Wait a minute, I changed my gamer tag. So what do you call me now? What?
All right, yeah. So we're going over the new Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite story trailer that was just released today, and a little bit late than ever. A couple characters were shown in there, which we knew was coming, but it's pretty much official. Ghost Rider, Dormammu, and Jeddah. Now, Alex, you just seen the video here.
Yeah.
What did, looking at the story, and you already know it's heavily centered on Ultron Sigma, but this new story trailer moves away from that, and it really seems like maybe Jeddah's the big bad almost.
Well, I still think Ultron Sigma. What I think is gonna happen. You know how they always show like a villain, but there's a bigger villain in the background. I think that that's gonna be part of it. Jeddah, kind of summoning the symbiote, whatever that thing was. Obviously, that's hinting at Venom for DLC. But I think Jeddah is gonna get consumed by the symbiote himself, thus making him more powerful and probably making him the last boss. He'll probably absorb Ultron Sigma or something. Just thinking out of the air. But I was impressed with the pace of the trailer because I felt like I was watching an MCU movie and I just wanted to see more. So with that being said, my only gripe, there was no gameplay. It's a story trailer, but obviously when you see that, you want to see if they added anything new to the game. But all things considered, Chun-Li does look a lot better. I like the fact that I saw Zero, but what that beast was in the background or what they were fighting together, I hope to see something like Tatsunoko versus Capcom, where you have specific boss types which will zoom out the screen and you're fighting something really large, a la like Abyss or Onslaught, like something big, Galactus type stuff. So yeah. I think that the trailer did whet the appetites a little bit, but it's still underwhelming because you're coming from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which had Virgil, Trish, you had Wolverine, you had a lot of characters that really were badass, and what helped put Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in a position where it was accepted, even though for someone like me, I preferred the old button hardcore layout from Marvel 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom, the original series. But I'm still excited to see, just for the story's sake, what this has to offer. Seeing supporting characters like MODOK and a couple background characters was really cool. But I think the story is going to really kind of set the bar for what Capcom can possibly do. But I think that you can definitely see the production value in that trailer with the help of Disney.
All right.
Drop the mic. That's
all right.
All I got.
All right, Nupe, what do you think of the trailer?
He don't know.
There's just so much going on and so many characters, and it's hard for me to take it seriously. Cause you got a little raccoon running around with Mega Man. Wham!
Asking him what batteries he's using.
It does look interesting. That I get it, but I've never really truly been a fan of any game story mode. Fighting game wise is when they make you play with characters you don't like or don't know how to play with. It's kind of hard to enjoy it because you basically learn 2 moves and spam it just to get to the next scene. But it does look like it's going to be very, very interesting and full of a lot of different combat scenarios. Kudos for them for taking the series in a different direction, because traditionally the series was just about picking 2 or 3 characters and just going in and not really truly having a story mode. So I give them credit for that.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna go through this video. Well, the story trailer. You see Ghost Rider show up. You see Spider-Man in the background. Morrigan, and they're going up against Jeddah. What I do like about this story trailer, they're showing the supernatural dark forces side of both companies. So you have your Doctor Strange, you have your Ghost Rider, you have your Dante, you have your Jeddah, Dormammu, Firebrand, Ghost Rider. These characters represent the supernatural side of both genres, well, both companies. So I think that's cool. At what I'm thinking about in regards to the story, that Ultron Sigma, obviously, you know, he's like trying to merge both universes or whatever. But I think Jeddah's portion of the story, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's going to be like separate, as opposed to like, okay, this is chapter like 3, 4, 5, and then boom, once you get past Jeddah, then you move into the story with Ultron Sigma. I could be wrong, I'm just saying, because I think Jeddah's too big of a character to be an underling to Ultron Sigma.
Don't be surprised if Ultron Sigma and Jeddah symbiote, if that happens, they fight each other and it'll be like a 3-way thing going on.
Well, it looks like Jeddah, you know, obviously found a way to get the symbiote and conjured up that beast and had the symbiote attached to that beast. So somehow he's manipulating and controlling the symbiote. And now that makes me think about, if they bring these DLC characters in, whenever they do, they need to get a story mode as well.
Yeah. Maybe they already have that planned.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so I mean, for that to really work, it had to be planned now, and it has to have long-term support like Street Fighter V, even though it's kind of underwhelming and failed to me. I had to taking some medicine. Shut up.
Go ahead, Alex.
But yeah, it has to have commitment with support.
Well, support, I think they do, because it's definitely esport. After that whole thing got leaked, they're definitely pushing this for esports, and I think it's kind of good to have something alongside Street Fighter V that's an alternative with the fast pace of Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah. So,
well, you got Dragon Ball. That's gonna break that up real quick.
But not on an esports level. Not yet. Not yet. Probably won't be.
The developer of the director of Dragon Ball Fighter said that it's being developed for competition, for esports, for Evo, not Capcom Cup, but the major players for tournaments. So I think that they're gonna be okay.
Yeah, they'll probably be fine. Nupe, which characters are you interested in playing with in MVCI?
Venom has always been one of my favorites, so I would like to see him. I like Dante in MVC3. Hopefully they tone. I haven't. Was he in the demo?
Yeah, Dante was.
I didn't see. Is that demo still active? I need to play it again.
Yeah.
I like Dante though.
It's an offline demo. You can download it and it's yours.
I like Dante. I really, because they can't do any X-Men, I really liked a lot of the X-Men characters, were some of my favorites. So, won't be having that.
Okay, cool. Alright, let's move into offline and online modes and features. So, what was announced today was obviously the story mode, which Capcom has been pushing heavily. You have arcade mode, mission mode, training, versus player 2 and versus CPU, and then you have a collection. So those are like standard. Obviously, you know those would be in it. And then for online modes, you have rank match, casual match, beginners league, lobby, rankings, and replay settings. So I feel like there's nothing really standing out. You know, I'm grateful for the story mode, but there's nothing else that's standing out. Unlike a certain new fighter that we covered on New Gaming Orders podcast, there's a 3 versus 3 mode. And I feel like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite dropped the ball heavily by not inputting 2v2 co-op. Nupe, how do you feel about that, sir?
It's trash, Capcom. I mean, y'all laid the groundwork for these versus games. Y'all were on top of the world and y'all are letting these new guys come and kind of smack you around, and it's like they took your recipe and they made it their own, and now they pimp smacking y'all around. And it's like, what's really going on? Like, in this day and age, couch co-op is dead. You know, it's all about the online multiplayer and bringing players together to play in different ways. So why would you not take advantage of that? I think that's really dumb.
Now, you know what's funny, Nupe? Me and Alex was talking earlier about this, like doing obviously 2v2, you know, versus computer. But then we were talking about, well, not computer, 2v2 versus two other people, but then having 2v2 versus the computer. But there was a portion where we talked about with the Infinity Stones. So let's say if me and Alex is on a team, right? Now, the way the game goes is you get to pick your gem, you know, for your team. But what if I don't want to use the gem that Alex has? So let's say he selects the Space Stone, right? What if I don't want to use the Space Stone? What if I want to use the Reality Stone? It would have been great if my character, I get to choose a separate stone. Alex goes in, picks his character, and then he goes with the Space Stone. I think that's a missed opportunity. That would have made them.
Laugh?
Huh?
Isn't that pretty much what they did? Yeah, that's what they did with Cross Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can use my gems. He can use his
Cross
gems.
Tekken had these. What? I've said this before about Capcom. Why y'all be going backwards?
Yeah.
I really I understand resetting a series, but don't reset the features of the series.
Yeah.
But we all know what they do. They take those features out, add them back in later, and act like it's brand new.
Yeah, repackaging, and it'll justify like, okay, we're gonna release a character pack with these updates and whatnot. Hence, Street Fighter, what was that? Arcade Edition. The balance patches, 4 characters, or 2 reused characters in Yin and Yang, which were Fei Long models.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I just feel like that was a missed opportunity for more content to make it really stand out. What do you think about that, Alex?
Well, the one thing I'm gonna say is Capcom definitely has been doing the moonwalk. They're trying to join Michael Jackson in the afterlife, because it's, when you look at Ultra Street Fighter 4, it had tournament mode, it had replay channel, it had team battle, King of Fighters style, it had so much. It had little animated cutscenes and all of that, and one of the larger rosters that you had for a Street Fighter game. Okay, you haven't seen anything close to that since.
Right.
So my thing is, Capcom, whether it's the investors or the lack of staff that they do cutbacks or whatnot, they're not giving the same content level that Arc Systems, SNK, and NetherRealm Studios is giving.
Right.
And you know what? They have a Sony mindset. We're on top of the world. We don't have to try as much. But now Dragon Ball is about to, spank that behind, and Capcom is going to have to become the Capcom of old, because right now they're running around like Gohan, not training. You know what I mean? And they're going to have to push themselves to get favor with those of us that supported them for so long. But the new generation, they don't know what Capcom was all about, and how great they were, how great Konami was, Sunsoft, and all these other companies back in the day. You know what I mean? Capcom stepped the game up, bring back that content, because I'm telling you, it's not just about the online experience, because people have to pay into that for consoles. It's not just about that. It's about your product and how long it's going to last.
Yeah, I mean, we both talked about how this game really should be delayed a few more months.
Late October minimum.
I'm talking about going into early next year, like how they used to do. Yeah, remember those games will come out February, March? Absolutely. You want to put the best product out and polish it. And like Nupe, I remember Nupe told me this. Nowadays, what they do is they put the game out, we'll patch it later.
Fix it later.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's the
No.
investors. They want that money. They got Saban like, I want all that money back.
Yeah, and that's a whole different topic, and I don't want to drag this thing out anymore, but that's a whole different topic. But just want to touch on this final subject of the roster. Now, in the finalized roster for Capcom side is Strider, Arthur, Spencer, Zero, Mega Man X, Jeddah, Chris Redfield, Dante, Ryu, Chun-Li, Morrigan, Frank West, Hagar, Nemesis, Firebrand. Now the talk of the town is obviously, it's a rehash of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. But Nupe, who would you keep? Who would you take out as in characters on the Capcom side? Nupe?
I think he fell off the phone.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's all good. Alex, I pose that question to you.
Everybody that was already in the versus games, with the aside from the legacy folks, I would get rid of Firebrand. I would get rid of Arthur, because Mega Man X kind of serves that role, like the little shooter type, I would have brought in Captain Commando. I would have brought in that barbarian that looks like He-Man from Magic Sword. I would have brought in some Red Earth characters, Leo, Kenji, a couple of Tessa, some more Darkstalkers like Donovan, Dimitri, Tolbane, or Galleon. I would have replaced Hagar with Victor. But, I guess the Darkstalker series was a little more vile, because it was kind of graphic with some of the moves, like beheadings and blood and all that. Like, now Jeddah's spewing out, like, blue goop, which is actually blood. So, I think that there's more. If this is supposed to be a new arc or in a reboot in the Versus series, they should have brought in new blood. Don't bring in something from the old legacy and try to repackage it as new.
I mean, you have your mainstays, obviously Ryu, Chun-Li, and Morrigan now. And I would have kept Strider, but they should have brought Captain Commando back. He would have been.
Or Hayato from Star Gladiator. Or Jin. Cyberbots.
Yeah, there's a plethora of characters for the Capcom side, but you know what? Hey, DLC, I get it, and then I won't be surprised if they put out like a Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite or something of that nature, or
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, my point exactly. But no,
Ultimate
Capcom,
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah, Infinity. Now, with the Marvel side, the finalized roster, we have Rocket Raccoon, Doctor Strange, Hawkeye, Gamora, Ultron, Captain America, Iron Man, Thanos, Nova, Hulk, Captain Marvel, Thor, Spider-Man, Dormammu, and Ghost Rider. Are you happy with the Marvel side?
Nope. And primarily because of X-Men.
Because of the X-Men.
That the whole thing with X-Men started this. Children of the Atom.
That's true.
Children of the Atom started it all. Then you had X-Men versus Street Fighter, and as it kept going, that birthed Marvel Superheroes, and then from Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter.
Actually, the X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Wait, it was X-Men.
Children
of the Atom.
Marvel
then
Superheroes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Marvel Superheroes, then X-Men versus Street Fighter, then Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom 1. That the legacy, what built this house, you need to make sure it's a part of that foundation. Marvel vs. Capcom, the namesake itself, holds so much history, so much weight, and what it's done for me in Shinmar, from Bloomfield Arcade to Willowbrook Mall to Menlo Mall when they still had the arcades, all over the place. That carries a richness, and what helped built that house should be a part of it. To piece it out as DLC, or they're fighting with Fox over the rights and everything, I get it. They have to jump through hoops. That's what you get, Marvel, for selling off your licenses the way you did when you were in trouble. You know, now they're trying to get it back, and look how it affected the game. You know, so with that, I'm not happy with the Marvel side or the Capcom side. I am happy to see Jeddah there, to have a male representationship from the Darkstalker side. But if anything, I'm not like, oh my god, like this was the one time I wasn't too, stoked about it.
Yeah, they dropped the ball, and I think they missed a few opportunities here. But hey, I know what it is. Clean it up with DLC characters. So
charge them for it.
Yeah, charge them for it.
You want it? Yeah. You want it? You got it. Pay me though.
Yeah. So September 19th, guys, make sure you get your Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And even though, we're not really bashing the game, we're very passionate about the game and things that we like, and we're coming up with ideas, and you never know, hopefully somebody sees this podcast from Capcom and say, hey, you know what, that's a good idea, let's put that in there. But who knows. Any last words, any shout outs, anything you want to tell the people, Alex?
All right. For Geeking-Out audience, make sure you check out the joint ventures between Shinwar and myself. There will be 2. Actually 3. The reaction video to the story trailer, the wrap-up podcast, which was like a review of what Shinwar and I had spoke about earlier today, and that actual conversation that Shinwar and I had with the initial response to the reveal trailer, or the reveal scans of 16, 17, and 18. So make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to that. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to this. And this has been the Juggernaut, and it's always an honor to be on Geeking.
Alright guys, that's all I got. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time with another video. Peace.